Ladies and gentlemen, for the second day in a row, I'm making an update video. I know it's odd. And for the second day in a row, Dexter is not happy that I am up making a video this late. However, in today's update, a thing actually happened. A big thing. This thing.
Kill the rest. Adler is mine. See you in hell.
That is right, a new cinematic for Season 1. We found out that Adler did indeed get captured by Stitch at the end of that Season 1 cinematic. Now, this is super weird because this did not come out in Black Ops Cold War with its Season 1 Reloaded update. It came out in Warzone, which makes me think that this story is going to get pushed further more forward in Warzone and not in Black Ops Cold War. I find it super strange that it came out in Warzone. Now, I have already got some requests over on Twitter. By the way, if you don't follow me on Twitter, check it out down in the description. But people have been asking me to break down this trailer, talk about where Stitch is taking Adler, or specifically who Adler is getting taken to. And if you want to see that, hit that like button. Maybe we'll make some video like that, a story video later this weekend, maybe on Sunday. So if you want to see that, hit that like button. But it's an interesting cutscene nonetheless. Now, that is the first part of today's update. The rest of this update is pretty interesting, I will say, though, because in this update, it's update 1.31 for Modern Warfare. It is also for Warzone. In this update, we have bug fixes like the Stim Glitch that is in Warzone being finally fixed, or at least they say it is finally fixed. We'll have to wait to see if there's another workaround or not. But on top of this, there's a bunch of other little things that were added and changed in the game today as well. This was a 10 gigabyte update on PlayStation and 17 on PC, which is pretty substantial, and we will talk about that later in the video. So starting out with Warzone, we'll dive into Modern Warfare in a minute, but as far as this update goes, we're going to start out with the playlist updates and then dive into the smaller, more minute details. As far as the playlist this week, we have our normal Battle Royale, solos, duos, trios, and quads. We also have Rebirth, Resurgence, trios, which we've had before. Armored Royale is coming back, which I'm not the biggest fan of. It's squad fill only, which I'm also not a big fan of, so I probably won't be playing this. And finally, Plunder quads. Another thing that changed in this update is if we go over to operators, it just doesn't work. It keeps bouncing back, which is super strange. On top of this, we finally got today's store update. We have two new bundles in here. The first of which is called Zombie Dozer. It has the belligerent skin. This is one that we've been seeing over the past couple of days, the one to come out with Season 1 Reloaded. Again, odd that it came out with the Warzone update and not the Cold War update yesterday. A little strange there. It also comes out with the Blood Dozer SMG. Both of these actually look really, really good. I believe that's for the Milano there. The second one that we have, I believe, is for the XM4. I like both of these. I like the Bulldozer skin, and it costs 2,400 COD points. On top of this, you also get a finishing move with it as well, which is called Overpower. The other new bundle that we have here is called the Scout Team, and the interesting thing about this one is it actually looks like the Adler skin inside this, maybe a very similar Adler skin to what we see in the cutscene that we just watched before. So moving into the actual patch notes, the biggest thing here is they remove the infinite stim glitch, so people can't just sit in zone and win games. This is like the 7th time they've done this, so we'll have to wait to see if it actually sticks. They say here that the issue stemmed from player getting stuck in throwback state after throwing back a live grenade. So whatever that means, apparently they fixed that. So fingers crossed, hopefully it works this time. The second thing that they have here is for weapons. So they say they adjusted the timing of ammo replenishment during empty reloads for Black Ops Cold War weapons. So I'm not 100% sure if this has to do with reload canceling, because as of before, you could not reload cancel Black Ops Cold War weapons. You had to completely wait for the animation to finish, and hopefully this does fix that. I'm not 100% sure, but at least it'll help with empty reloads at the very least. Another bug fix we have is certain operator missions for Stitch would not track. Now they are working, so if you were going for some of those, now you can make sure that they work. For those of you who are high levels in the barracks, it didn't show your proper level for people of high levels. They have fixed that, so your seasonal progressions matches in both states, which is good. And to be quite honest with you, that is it. That is right, a 10 gigabyte update, and those are all of the main changes. Nothing big here. No big changes, no weapon changes, no new locations, no new characters, nothing like that. Don't worry, we'll talk about that in a minute. Going over to Modern Warfare, we also got a playlist update as well. They've actually limited this down quite a bit. They took away shoot the ship, which is always disappointing. But we have ground war, gunfight, just regular old gunfight, all or nothing, realism mosh pit, and reinfected ground war. So they've really limited it down. No more shoot the ship, which, like I said, I'm a little bit disappointed about. In Modern Warfare, the operators are once again broken. You can scroll over to it, but if you try to select anything, it just takes you right back to the play playlist. Another thing that is super strange is inside your records. Some of you may know this, but if you actually went into this before, you could actually go in and look at your weapons. Inside the weapons, you would see 2 new weapons that were not released in the game. The first of which was in the SMGs. It was called the CX-9. It has now been removed. The other one was actually a pistol that was called the Soikov, which has been removed as well. As you can see, neither of them are here. So they were obviously put into the game by accident. If they'll eventually be coming, now I have no idea, but they're no longer in the menus. And as far as the store goes, there's nothing new here for Modern Warfare. No soap bundle or anything like that. Again, we don't know if that's ever going to be added to the game. So that is it. A 10 to 17 gigabyte update. On PlayStation, it's 10 gigs. On PC, it's 17 gigs. And that is it. That is the only things that have changed in today's update. Now, obviously, there has to be more in this update. There has to be. Bug fixes and a new cutscene do not equal 10 gigs. That is for sure. Now, I've been kind of looking through Twitter and looking what people are saying, and there has been some data mined files for things coming out in the next couple of weeks, and specifically some stuff coming out in Season 2. The main thing that is in the game files as of right now is a bunch of CDL bundles, which I would be willing to bet is probably going to come out when CDL actually comes out. They have one for every single team, which comes with a character skin with your team logo on it. On top of that, a weapon camo and some other things as well, including a weapon charm. But again, those things shouldn't equal up to 10 to 17 gigabytes either. So I'm willing to bet that there's probably some stuff in the game files regarding potentially new Warzone locations, things revolving around Season 2, the 1-year anniversary of the game, and that'll probably start to come out over the next 24 hours or so. And if we get any information on that, any information leaks whatsoever, I'll be sure to cover it on the channel. So if you're not already subscribed to the channel, make sure you do so, turn notifications on, all that good jazz. It greatly helps out the channel and it keeps you informed on everything Call of Duty. As far as why the new cutscene was added into Warzone and not Black Ops Cold War, I don't know. I don't know if they're trying to continue the Black Ops story in Warzone, if it was a mistake, or if this is somehow going to cross over with a new Warzone map. The answer is I don't know as of right now. If you have any ideas, feel free to let me know down in the comments. But as always, if you enjoyed the video, it is always appreciated if you do hit that like button. Hopefully you did. Hopefully you enjoyed. And as always, thank you for watching. And until next time, peace out.